Hello, my name is Slash. Like many of you, I'm a busy person and have to be frugal with my spending. I also want healthy foods and I have some dietary restrictions. I need to avoid gluten, dairy, and meat as much as possible. Still, I want delicious meals, but I want preparation to be quick, easy, and inexpensive. That might sound daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Here, I'm going to give you a Cooking 101 style tutorial so that even the novice cook can make this dish that fulfills all those needs, but to which you can easily add items based on your budget and preferences.
We'll start with the traditional pasta olio, which is just pasta, olive oil, a little salt, plenty of garlic, and a little red pepper flake. Of course, you can adjust the amount of garlic, red pepper, and salt to your taste.
The best utensil for stirring pasta is a pasta fork like this nylon one, or a wooden version, which assists in keeping the pasta separated. However, you can use any kind of heat-resistant fork, or even a slotted or regular cooking spoon, like these shown here. Since we need to cook the pasta, we'll start by filling a large pot with water and setting it on high heat to boil. I like to use a non-stick steamer pot like you see here because it's multi-function, which saves money and space in my kitchen. For this dish, this pot works great because you can either leave the insert in while cooking for faster draining, or simply use the strainer as you would any colander. Of course, you can use any appropriately sized pot for the number of servings you need. Consult your pasta package for specifics, but personally I just fill the pot to about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the rim, and I make sure that my pasta will be well covered by water. While you're waiting for the water to boil, you can start preparation of other basic ingredients and any additions you might like. Once the water has reached a rolling boil, add your pasta. A rolling boil literally looks like the water is rolling, as you see here, and is very hot. So be gentle when adding your pasta so you don't splash hot water on yourself. You can add salt to taste. It's really tough to salt too much at this point, so don't worry about measurements. But salting is not really all that necessary either. Stir and gently toss the pasta while it's cooking. Here I'm using a gluten-free rice pasta. Gluten-free pasta may be made with rice, which I prefer because rice pasta has the closest texture to semolina and is really easy with which to work, as cooking is really similar to semolina pasta and requires less stirring during the boil than most semolina. Remember that package directions are only a guide, so don't rely on that to get the right texture. To make sure the pasta is the right al dente consistency, you can partially test while cooking. As you're stirring, testing pastas like spaghetti and fettuccine are easier because these will hang completely vertically on the utensil. With tubular macaroni and other small shaped pastas, you can feel the pasta getting softer as it moves through the water easier, and you can push some pieces gently against the side of the pot to check firmness. When it feels close, simply pull one piece gently out of the water, let cool, and test the texture yourself. Boil a little longer if needed, but if it's softer than you prefer, immediately shut off the heat, then drain and rinse the pasta in cold water. For making a hot pasta dish, rinse with cool, not cold water while tossing with pasta fork. Just after rinsing the pasta, drizzle 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil and toss. This is the time when the oil will do the best work to prevent clumping when adding ingredients or when refrigerating leftovers. Now that the pasta is lightly oiled, place back in your still warm pan. Quickly toss in salt, garlic, and a little more olive oil, plus any optional herbs to coat, and then turn the heat back on to medium. Keep tossing the pasta gently to coat completely, then significantly lower the heat. I like a lot of garlic.
Your pasta olio is done. Remove from heat, plate with any additions you've chosen, and garnish with a little red pepper flake.
Now you're ready to eat, or as the Italians say, mangia!